Hi, TECA1303. Here is your Module 3 explanation. We're going to be circling around and looking at how family, schools, and community impact children. We're going to be circling back to Chapter 1. So in it, we're going to be Chapter 1 quiz, the discussion, and a field experience. For the content material, currently what's here is videos on two theories. We've talked about Brofenbrenner and then Giselle, and he has a lot of, he's one of those first researchers when we talk about early childhood education and child development and looking at physical development of children and the impact that has on development. We have our Chapter 1 quiz, and when we go to the textbook, it is homeschool and community influences on the children's lives, the age levels, philosophical viewpoints of the impact, what is coming into play in the 21st century when it comes to raising children in high quality care. Here is the PowerPoint. Next, we're going to be diving into the discussion. We're going to talk about family influences. And so think about your extended family and what did they teach you? So for example, or what did they not teach you? So in my family, I am in my 40s and I've never been camping. That just wasn't a value that my parents had. It wasn't an interest, so it's not anything they ever exposed me to. Now, some people in here, you probably go camping 4 or 5, 10 times a year. I had a friend who would go out into the wilderness with a sleeping bag and a knife, and that's all she did. Think about the community. And so if you grew up in a small community that did a lot of ranching and horses, as opposed to somebody who grows up in the inner city, what values, traditions would you have? I would probably expect somebody in the ranching community to have been to a rodeo, where somebody from the inner city probably hasn't been to a rodeo. And how does that affect your development? Then think about the community, that's the community, and then think about the media and how kids are raised. This can be anywhere from TVs to iPads to phones. My daughter the other day, she has several play phones. They're old phones of mine. And she's like, I need to make a TikTok video. And I was like, I don't have a TikTok app. So where are you hearing this? Why are we think we need to make some videos for it? So that comes from her going to school and her playing with older kids. So 3 initial posts and 3 comments by November 6th. They must be done on 2 different days. Then we're going to go into our field experience, diversity in the classroom. And so if you are in a child care center, you can complete it in your center, in your classroom, or in a co-teacher, not a co-teacher, but another teacher's classroom. I have videos here for you to do it. And this is for the classroom assessment about diversity and inclusion. And these are going to be about the diversity of the children. And so look at the kids and who they are, the many layers that they are. Ethnicity, physical development, socioeconomic status, gender, family structures that are there. Do you have a lot of blended families? Do you have a lot of nuclear families? Do you have a lot of single parent families? Do you have foster care families? That's what we're looking at with family structures. And any other type of diversity you can think about, and then describe how culture and diversity are incorporated into the curriculum. And so this could be books. Did you do a Dia de los Muertos thing? Especially if you had children who from Latin American countries. What physical evidence do kids see of themselves reflected in the classroom? It could be socioeconomic status and family structure to make them feel comfortable. So this is going to be a 2-page paper in APA formatting as well. And so that is your week 3 explanation. And I look forward to seeing the influences you guys have had from the families and communities that you grew up in.